Hello, Assalamualaikum. For the case study one, the first point is duty of care of electrical engineer. Electrical engineer have a critical duty of care to ensure the safety and well-being of individual on site. Point two, responsibility of the electrical engineer. Regular inspection and maintenance electrical equipment, including transformers. Implementing robust safety protocol. Point number three, access control and supervision. Enforcing strict access control to hazardous area, allowing only qualified and authorized personnel to enter hazardous area. Number four, emergency response plan. Creating clear protocols for evacuating and emergency medical response. Conducting regular safety training civil. Number five, consequence of lapse in duty. The transformer room explosion incident underscore the several consequences of failing to adhere to professional responsibility. Thank you.
For the case study 2, the case involving engineer A principal in an engineering firm and a board member of private healthcare provider who awarded a contract to his own firm. So the problem for this is the conflict of interest, personal interest improperly influencing the professional decision, ethical issue, transparency, fairness and avoidance of impropriety. Based on Board of Engineer Malaysia Code of Ethics, the safety, health and welfare of the public is being ignored. The disclosure of conflict of interest is also being ignored. In the REA 1967, avoidance and disclosure of conflict of interest. OSHA also state that in the 1994, Engineer A action compromised fairness and integrity, potential negative impact on the quality and impartiality of maintenance work. To comply step, disclosure, inform the board about the interest in the firm. Recusal, absent from decision-making process involving the firm. So the proposed solution is annul the contract given, reinitiate the selection process with fairness and transparency. Also, independent audits, regular audit to ensure the compliance with ethical standard or for the given contract. So the conclusion is adhering to this step, ensure ethical practice, maintain public trust, and uphold the integrity of operation.
So for case study 3, the first point is source of conflict. Different in perspective, priorities and responsibility between the resident electrical engineer staff and the electrical contractor staff. Communication breakdown causing misunderstanding or lack of clarity regarding expectation of instruction. Point number 2, achieving good relationship. Clear communication and mutual respect are foundation for fostering collaboration and resolving conflict constructively. Point number 3, strategy for collaboration. Maintaining a focus on the common goal of delivering a successful project. Point number 4, valuing expertise and contributions. Recognizing and appreciating the skill and knowledge each party brings to the project helps in building trust and cooperation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faris Ahmad bin Muhammad Azmi. Number matric 2110901 Masih. Case study number 4. Upholding professional standard and rural activation project. Case study in Sabah. My reaction about activation project at rural Sabah area in Sabah is not maintaining professional standard. So we had to make a few steps to buy it. Investigation and assessment. We had to conduct a thorough investigation of the project to identify specific instances where professional standards have not been met. This may involve reviewing project documentation, conducting site inspection, and interviewing project personnel. Number 2, documentation and reporting. Document the identified instance for non-compliance in detail, specifying how they contribute regulations such as the Regulation of Engineering Act REA, Occupational Safety and Health as OSHA, and other relevant standards. Number 3, reporting to the Board of Engineering Malaysia. Follow the established procedure for reporting ethical evaluation of professional misconduct, ensuring that all relevant information and evidence are included in the report. Number 4, client communication. Clearly explain the specific area of concern related to professional standard and discuss proposed corrective action to address the issue. Number 5, professional liability. Obtain client approval before making any evaluation to the project plan to address the identified non-compliant issue. That's for me. Thank you.
Okay, I want to talk about my case study, which is damage to adjacent buildings due to substation construction. In this case, we have upholding professional ethics and public safety. It maintains the dignity and reputation of the engineering profession. safeguard public interest, particularly in matters of safety. It can conduct a thorough and transparent investigation into the incident. Okay, the professional integrity and accountability, which is it has act with firmness and integrity in all dealings related to the incident. It take responsibility for actions and decision made. Then we have managing the incident effectively. It can ensure that the incident is managed in a manner that respect public safety. It can demonstrate leadership in resolving the situation. Lastly, we have effective communication with stakeholders. It keep all effect parties informed throughout the investigation and remediation process. It maintain open lines of communication with the public media, uphold trust. Okay, that's all.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Okay, so for the case study 6 about dual role for electrical engineering, which is about consultant and contractor. Okay, I agree with that electrical engineering professional should be permitted to work as contractor and consultant at the same time. It is because the engineer may provide smooth continuity from the design phase to implementation. This dual position can improve project efficiency and integration. So, what is benefit of dual roles? Okay, the first is we can get better communication, greater adherence to design standards, reduce project delay and expenses. Okay, so this what we call dual roles for electrical engineering is follow the ethical consideration and professional guideline. Okay, engineering it also follow the engineering ethic principle guideline. BEM and IEM, BEM is also allow the multiple position with adherence to ethic. IEM code of ethic promotes the holistic project process. Okay, this give advantage to the clients and society, which is improve project quality and efficiency, integral knowledge and quality control, emphasis on honesty, integrity, and public welfare. Okay, the professional development it can promote ongoing learning and skill enhancement, and can advance the engineering field through hands-on experience. Okay, for the case study 7, it's about the change of consultant with proper implementation process. Okay, in this such situation, professional engineering ethics and guidelines such as this which is outlined by BEM and IEM dictate the second consulting engineer should first ensure that the client request for a change in legitimate and based on the professional ground. The second engineer should communicate direct with the first engineer to understand the reason for the change and to confirm that all fees owed to the first engineer has been settled. If the first engineer refuses to agree to the change due to unpaid fees, the second engineer should advise the client to resolve any outstanding financial obligation before proceed. Okay, this approach respect to the professional courtesy and integrity expected in the engineering community, ensuring that the engineers are fairly compensated for their work and that transition between consultants and handled transparently and ethically.
In this case study, a situation where a new engineer takes over a project from a previous engineer. The responsibility of previous engineer is document and hand over all the work completed up to the termination point, provide relevant plans, documentation and notes, emphasize cooperation for continuity of service and safeguarding the client interest. This is based on the BEM Code of Ethics. Also, the responsibility of incoming engineer is review existing plan and documentation thoroughly, ensure supervision and construction comply with approved plans and standard, ethical consideration. Both of the engineer maintaining transparency, integrity and professional conduct, act honestly, impartially and transparently, based on the BAM Code of Ethics, disclose any conflict of interest. Professional liability. Previous engineer remain liable for work completed and approved up to the termination point. Establish clear contractual agreement outlining responsibility and liabilities. Compliance with RA 1967 and OSHA 1994. Avoid conflict of interest and disclose any relevant authorities. Ensure safety and health and welfare of employees by ensuring qualified contractor. In order to step for smooth transition, conduct a detailed review of existing plan and document, communicate better, propose change to the client and obtain their approval. Establish a clear contractual agreement with the client. So in conclusion, adhere to guidelines and reinforce ethical practice, ensure a smooth transition, maintain project integrity and uphold the public trust.